Lollipop, lollipop, oh, lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, oh, lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, oh, lolly, 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 lollipop. Lollipop,
That's right.
oh, lolly, 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 lollipop.
Everybody get a lollipop. So cute.
I don't think we're taping today, but we'll have to.
Yeah, Nick's taping. Yeah. YouTube.
Sometime.
Uh-huh. He wasn't here last time. Couldn't make it. Yeah.
Right, that's good.
And we're going to be on here saying, did he tape last time? And I'm going to say no. And you're going to say, did he tape this time? And I'm going to say yeah. And it's all going to be on tape.
That's fine. That's fine. What I want to know is people have fun.
Uh-huh. Definitely. Yeah. I hope he's getting it. We ought to.
Okay.
Yay! In the meantime, while you're trying to get some people up and IMing them, I will do a few jokies. First of all, I have a little graffiti for everybody. I love graffiti. I like to look for graffiti, and I actually just drive around and go to bars and pubs and restrooms everywhere I can find in restaurants.
The
And
finest
go-
restaurant.
To the finest ones, like, McDonald's, and get graffiti. In a toilet, it says, I like grills. Somebody wrote underneath it, you mean girls, stupid. And underneath that, somebody else wrote, what's the matter with us grills? United States of America. We're going down that tube. On a wall in the ladies' room, somebody wrote, my husband follows me everywhere. And just below it, no, I don't. In a women's toilet, friends don't let their friends take home an ugly man. But mine did, unfortunately. Men's toilet over the mirror. No wonder you always go home alone.
That's a good one.
Over a woman's toilet. You're too good for him. Probably not. Written over a urinal. Express lane, 5 beers or less. It was shallow. It was very shallow.
Oh, God.
In the men's toilet. Don't forget, no matter how good she looks, there's some other guy somewhere who's sick and tired of her shit. In a woman's toilet. If it has tires or testicles, you're going to have trouble with it.
For trouble in its
And-
worth.
Over a urinal? What are you looking up here for? The joke's in your hand.
Oh. Okay.
All right. So anyway, a woman marries a man expecting he's going to change. He doesn't. There's no surprise. A man marries a woman expecting she won't change. She does. No surprise. A tramp approaches a man in the street and she asks for money. Will you spend the money on drink? The man asks. The tramp shakes his head. Well, will you waste it on card games? The tramp shakes his head. Well, then come on home with me, the man says. Why? The tramp asks. The man says, I want my wife to meet the kind of man who doesn't drink or gamble. You tramp, you little bitch. This widower goes to a psychic to see if he can contact his late wife. The seance starts. He finds himself talking to her. Honey, are you happy? Yes, my husband. Happier than you were with me? Asked the husband. Oh, much, much happier, says the wife. Wow. Heaven must be a really amazing place, says the husband. I'm not in heaven, replies the wife. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. This woman's sick of her husband's drinking, and she decides to teach him a lesson. She dresses up like Satan, and when her husband comes back after another bender, she jumps out on him from behind the door. Don't scare me, says the man. I married your sister. On the way home from a party, wife says to her husband, have I ever told you how handsome, sexy, and irresistible to women you are? And the husband, he's really flattered. Why, no, I don't think you have. And his wife says, then what the hell? What in the hell's name gave you that idea at this party we were at? I don't know if you ever went to a party like that with your husband or wife, but yeah, I have. A woman applies for a job in a lemon grove. Do you have any experience picking lemons? Asked the foreman. I sure do, says the woman. I've been married 4 freaking times. Two married men are talking over the phone. One guy says, ever since we got married, my wife has tried to change me. She got me to stop drinking, smoking, and running around till all hours of the night. Taught me how to dress well, enjoy the fine arts, gourmet cooking, classical music, even how to invest in the stock market. Gosh, it sounds like you might be bitter because she changed you so drastically, says this friend. Well, no, I'm not bitter, says the first guy. It's just now that I'm so improved, I realize she's not good enough for me. That happens all the time in real life. Two strangers, a man and woman, find themselves in the same sleeping car of a train. They both go to sleep, the man on the top bunk, the woman on the bottom. In the middle of the night, the man leans over and he says, I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm really cold, and I was wondering if you could possibly get me another blanket. I have a better idea, says the woman with a glint in her eye. Just for tonight, let's pretend we're married. Wow, that sounds good to me, says the guy. Great, says the woman. Now go get your own fucking blanket. Two women meet on the street, and one asks the other about her husband. Well, liquor doesn't agree with him, and he doesn't know how to play poker, says the first. Wow, that's wonderful, says her friend. It would be, if he didn't drink and play poker. Oh, thank you, Ocean. A little boy comes home from school. He tells his mother he's been given a part in the school play. Oh, well, that's wonderful, says his mother. Who are you playing? And the boy says, I'm playing the husband. And the mother scowls, and she goes, you go back and you tell your teacher you want a speaking part. This old man and his wife are having their first argument after many years of marriage, and he says, When we got married, you promised to love, honor, and obey. Well, I know, says the wife, but I don't want to start an argument in front of all those freaking people. I did the same thing. A wife tries to explain the purchase of a set of expensive underwear to her husband. After all, dear, you wouldn't expect to find fine perfume in a cheap bottle, would you? No, the husband says, and I wouldn't expect to find a gift wrapping on a dead beaver either. Oh my God, that was awful.
It was.
Well, we liked it. We liked it, didn't we? Harry's strolling through a cemetery, and he comes across a man crying over a grave. Why did you have to go? Why? Why? Harry stops to offer some words of comfort. I'm so sorry for your loss. Is that your wife's grave? No, it belongs to her first husband. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Well, a man he gets arrested for making love to a dolphin. Can you imagine? God. He's furious. His wife, she's pissed off. She's really embarrassed. How could you? Caught making love to a dolphin. That's it. I'm leaving you. Doesn't bother me, he says. There's plenty more fish in the sea.
Wow.
God, that's sick. This knight goes off on the crusades, but he defends his wife's honor by equipping her with a chastity belt embedded with razor blades. And well, a year later, he comes back and he orders all his retainers to drop their pants. Well, they all do it, and the knight sees that all but one have shredded privates. He stands before the unshredded man. He says, "For your loyalty, I shall give you my best horse and 100 acres of land." And the man says, hey.
No, I like that one.
This man goes in a magic shop. He sees a pair of nudie glasses for sale. Well, what do? Well, they let you see everybody in the nude, the storekeeper says. Why don't you try them on? So the man puts on the glasses, and immediately everyone he looks at, they're all nude. The storekeeper's nude, assistant's nude, even a passerby looking in the window's nude. And the man buys the glasses. He goes out in the street to look at everyone in the nude. After an hour of fun, he decides to sneak home and surprise his wife with his new toy. He gets back. He creeps into the living room. He finds his wife and his neighbor nude on the couch. "Surprise!" he shouts, coming into the room. "What do you think of my new glasses?" He takes them off, and he's surprised to see his wife and the neighbor are still naked. "God damn," he says, "I only had them an hour and they're broken already." Wishful thinking. This man comes home and he finds his wife in bed with the milkman. "What are you doing?" the man shouts. And the woman turns to the milkman and says, "There, I told you, he doesn't know the first thing about sex." And he didn't. This wife's in bed with her lover. They hear the husband coming up the stairs. There's no time to get dressed, so the man runs to hide in the bathroom while the wife pushes her clothes under the bed. The husband bursts through the bedroom door. "What are you doing lying naked on the bed?" he asks. "Oh, darling, I heard you coming, and I got ready to receive you." "Well, great," says the husband. "I'll just go in the bathroom and clean up." The husband goes in the bathroom, and he finds a man clapping his hands together in midair. "Who the hell are you?" The man says, "I'm from the exterminator company. Your wife called me to get rid of these pesky moths." And the husband yells, "But you don't have any clothes on." And the man looks down, and he jumps backwards in surprise. He goes, "The little bastards!" All right, that's it for now, boys and girls.
Woo! That was awesome.
Yay. All right, looks like we're ready to start the Hollywood Squares. Yay! Yay! Yay!
Yes, you are WW.
Yay.
Thank you.
Okay, now since Jamie was the first to sit down, Jamie, you get to call heads or tails as to who goes first. You ready, Jamie? So I need you to just type in heads or tails. Heads or tail? Heads. Okay. What do we got? It's heads. All right. Jamie, you get to choose the first square on the Hollywood squares. Oh, by the way, just so you know, there is a secret square. Every round, there's a secret square. Secret square is worth 200 lindens.
200 linden. Man, I want to be a
linden.
contestant. Who's going to trade place with me?
Okay. So, Jamie, which one do you pick first?
Oh God, I got why not right above me.
Oh my God! Right off the bat, Jamie picked the secret square, White Queen. First contestant, the first question for tonight is, according to Playboy magazine, how many pairs of underwear should a man keep in his drawers? Is it 8, 12, or 16?
Well, he doesn't keep any pants in his drawers because his drawers pants. None.
None. All right.
You have to say
Doesn't
if you
keep
think
any.
it's right or wrong.
No. She's allowed to say any answer she wants to.
No.
because sometimes-
WW is asking a question. I was answering it.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no, you don't answer. It's Jamie.
You don't answer, W. We wait till it's your turn. Okay. Jamie, is White Queen right or wrong? She says you keep no underwear in your... You just need to say right or wrong. Wrong. Well, you're absolutely right about that. Playboy magazine recommends that a man keeps at least 12 pairs of underwear in his pants. That's...
In his pants.
I'm sorry, in his drawers. In his drawers.
Wow, that's a lot of underwear.
Yeah, see, it helps cushion the fall when you fall down. By the way, Tinker
also
will tell
makes
you
you
when
look
you double
bigger.
up. Yeah, it makes you look fuller. And in case you can't make it to a bathroom, it's good to have extra layers down there. She's suffering from a little bit of incontinence. Okay, WW, it
Called
goes
the
to
moon
you.
illusion.
Which square do you want to pick? Yes. Which square do you want to pick? See, we're playing tic-tac-toe. Now, Jamie's already picked an X, and you got to pick the next
You're
one. You're
O.
the O. Oh, you want
It's a
thinker.
thinker.
You're going for the center square. Woo!
Center square.
All right.
Yes, he knows how to strategically play this game. All right.
Yeah.
Tinkerer, your question. All right. Now, this one's right up your alley, Tinkerer, because this is a movie that comes from your days. This is To Kill a Mockingbird for the 1960s. All right. You probably know this one. All right. If you remember, Gregory Peck, he won an Academy Award for the role of playing Atticus Finch. What profession did Atticus Finch have? Was he a doctor, a lawyer, or a teacher?
Actually, he was a, well, let's see, I think he was a lawyer.
He was a lawyer. Okay, let's go back to our friend WW. Do you believe that Tinkerer is right or wrong? True.
That's true.
Circle gets the square. Absolutely true. Yeah. There we go. And just to
All
kill a
right.
Mockingbird, Atticus Finch played the lawyer. That was, of course, helpful in the trial. That was essential to the story. Absolutely true. Okay, so we go back to Jamie. Jamie, who do you want next?
Come on, Jamie.
Yay, Jamie.
You go with Fiddler. Fiddler.
Fiddler.
Yeah, Fiddler. Okay, Fiddler.
Not on the
All
road.
right, Fiddler. Oh, you might like this one. This is a question. This has to do with politics. So
Oh,
this
good.
should be right up your alley. Okay.
Okay.
This is the 16th Amendment of the American Constitution gives Congress the power to do something that most people don't like very much. What is it?
It gives them the power to sit on their asses and take as much dumps as they want.
Yeah, they already had that power.
Where there's underwear.
Okay, the
thought they already
16th
did that.
Amendment, I believe,
Yes.
was the right for women to vote.
Okay, 16th Amendment was the right to women to vote. Jamie, is he right or is he wrong? True. Oh, I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry about that. Circle
She
gets
didn't
the
say
square.
true. She said tur.
Tur.
Yeah.
Somebody get a dictionary. and
She
look
can
up tur.
change it now.
Oh, okay. Unfortunately,
Tur
the
means I'm not
16th
sure.
Amendment, the 16th Amendment of the Constitution gives Congress the power to levy and collect income tax.
Oh, those bitches.
Which was supposedly
Oh.
voluntary at the time. Yeah.
Yes,
right.
it's supposedly voluntary, so I'm afraid X gets the square. WW, it goes back
I'm
to you.
sorry.
Come on,
WW. You
WW.
better get Tendalia. You
WW.
gotta block it. Block it. Block it with Tendalia. Come on,
Hot
buddy.
block.
Gotta
Hot
block it.
blocker.
Yes, you got to get Tendalia.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Was that Jamie got it wrong? That's supposed to be the circle.
No.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right,
now
right,
you gotta
right.
get
That
the
was my
dog.
fault. That was my fault because
Oh.
when you get it wrong, it goes to the opposite one unless it's for
Oh,
win.
okay.
Right.
So you want to get Ocean.
Oh,
Right. You're gonna
For
go to
the
Ocean
win.
for the win. Okay, Ocean.
All right.
Ocean, you there? Yay,
Yep.
Ocean. All right.
She's half there. She's
Okay.
half there.
All right. Now here's your question. This is a history question. It has to do with Napoleon. Napoleon Bonaparte. Okay. He once said, 6 hours for men, 7 hours for women, and 8 hours for idiots. What was he referring to?
I believe, me being a nun, he was referring to something that I like to do in my bedroom when no one's looking. It was sex, I would say.
8 hours of sex for idiots. Okay.
Okay, what they're doing.
Well, that's a lot of sex.
Yay.
WW, is she right or is she wrong for the win? Wrong. Oh, okay. You're absolutely right. That means that you win. You win the round. Napoleon was referring to sleep. How much sleep person needs at night? 6 hours for men, 7 for women, and 8 for idiots. Ocean gets the win. Now, who got the secret square was Jamie. Jamie gets 200 lindens for that.
Yay, Jamie.
And
All right, way to
WW gets
go. Woo!
250 for the round. Okay, we're going to start over. Brand new. Just let me reset the board.
Oh, hey, that's good.
All right. Now, since Jamie went first last time, WW, it's your turn. Who you want first? Thinkerer.
He
Starting
wants
with the
that
second.
middle.
With the center square, that's a smart one. Okay.
Good choice.
The power play. That's right. Yeah, anyone that had that game, what was the one? Merlin? Remember Merlin? Like, one of the only video games that could play at the time was, was tic-tac-toe. Everyone always picked the center square first because I knew that that's what you did to go for the win.
That's right.
Yes, everyone remembers that. Okay, now, Thinkerer, since you're, of advanced years, maybe you'll know of this thing.
Thinkering.
This is
Thinkering.
Thinkering.
I'm
This is
definitely
in the year 1871. Do you remember that year?
Oh, yeah.
That
1871.
old.
2 centuries ago, Figure.
Oh, 71.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I was just talking
We
about
just
the Suez
finished-
Canal. This is about the Suez Canal, but I usually the question I come up with is how long opera was written for the opening of the Suez Canal in 1871. Was it Aida, Carmen, or Don Giovanni?
Oh, I'm going to have to guess on this one, but I'm going to guess. I think it's. I'll bet it's going to be Aida because that Aida is in Egypt.
Is in Egypt. You're absolutely right. Aida takes place in Egypt.
That's what I thought it was. Yep. Way
Yep.
to go, Figure.
Well, why are you telling the answer? Why are you
I'm not
telling the
telling the
answer?
answer. I'm just saying that he's correct in his assumption.
And WW.
But we don't
believes
know
it.
if that's about the Suez Canal. So WW
Oh.
is he? Oh, so he's true, and he's absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Yay!
Yay! True. So he gets the answer. Jamie, it's up to you now. Which square do you want? There.
Oh my God.
Jamie. Pearly. Okay, Pearly's going to you now. Pearly.
Hey, Pearly.
Hi, Pearly.
Hey, Hurley.
Hey, Pearly. Okay. Now, this is a story of an old wives' tale. There was an old wives' tale that a horse will never throw a certain type of woman. Now, throw means it'll buck up and just throw the rider off. But a horse will never throw a certain type of woman. What type of woman is the old wives' tale referring to? Pearly's typing her answer, I believe. Okay. Not everyone.
Yes.
Western Texan gals.
Yeah. A horse will
Nah,
never throw
it's an
a
old
certain
wife.
type of woman.
Horse will never throw an old wife.
Oh, no coaching, no coaching. We got to let Pearly come up with this.
Oh, see, I knew this answer. Oh, mhm.
Pearly, do you have one? Okay, let's hear it.
Women you
A
can trust.
woman you cannot trust. Oh, okay. By the way, when this question was asked in the original Hollywood Squares, the answer was a woman that weighs 800 pounds. That was the joke answer.
I was going to say it.
You ain't
I was
gonna
going to say
throw
a
that
woman with the apple in her
That's a
pocket.
funny one.
Okay. Is Pearly right or Pearly wrong? False. You're absolutely right, Jamie. So X gets the square. The old wives' tale was a pregnant
X.
woman.
That's what I was
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
I thought it'd be a lady.
Yeah.
That is cheaper than.
By the way, that old wives' tale has been proven to obviously not be true.
Yeah, true.
Right.
Yeah.
So, WW, you're next. Which one? Which square would you like? Ocean.
Ocean.
Okay,
All
Ocean.
right, all right. I'm going to do
Ocean.
good for you there.
Okay, Ocean, it goes to you. Now, this
All
is
right.
another history question. All right, now you're a Catholic nun, so you
Yes.
should know the answer to this if you're a good Catholic, because this is a question
She's not. She's
about
not a
Rome.
good Catholic.
The
I'm a
bad
naughty.
By the
I'm a
way,
naughty
Ocean, I don't
guy.
know if you're allowed to smoke in here, but anyway. What are you?
Priest are. If the priest can do it, I can do it.
I'm
a
smoking.
liar. Someone.
I'm smoking to get rid of my stink.
Listen,
Nobody ever smoked in the original Hollywood Squares.
No, it's a little too
she's
late.
Vaping.
Okay,
Vaping.
vaping.
Okay.
it's
All
a
right.
little wacky weed there.
Okay.
Set the tone.
Okay, now I have a question here. It has to do with Rome. It is, what is considered to be the greatest monument to the genius of ancient Roman engineering?
Could you repeat that one time for me? Catboy?
Okay, what is considered to be the greatest monument to the genius of ancient Roman engineering?
Is it still
Greatest
standing?
monument.
It's still standing. Yes. Yes, it is.
Is it bigger than a bread box?
Let me.
I know this one too.
I don't know why I want to say this, but it is unusual, and maybe the Leaning Towers of Pisa. I don't know.
Okay. Is it?
Maybe.
Okay. That's your answer? All
Right.
right. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
WW, is she right or is she wrong?
WW.
I hope you get it. I hope you get it. There's a lot of monuments there.
Repeat what she said. She says that the greatest monument to ancient Roman engineering is the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Pisa.
No, Pisa. Yeah.
I said pizza.
Pizza.
Catboy's hungry.
Pizza.
I know. I've got pizza on the brain.
But actually, well, I'll just go with
The
it.
Leaning Tower of Pisa. Wrong. You're absolutely right, WW. The great inspiration of the greatest.
Colosseum.
Sorry, is the Colosseum. Yes, the
All
Colosseum.
right.
You
So-
should've picked me.
Circle.
Good going.
Circle.
Good
So you get
going.
that. WW
Uh-oh.
gets that one because he
Gotta
said
go to
that-
Fiddler next time.
All right.
That was
Fiddler.
wrong. Jamie,
Uh-oh.
Jamie, you got to go to Fiddler for the block. I'm assuming,
I'll
correct?
do my best.
Fiddler, okay,
Well,
Fiddler.
Come on,
Fiddler,
Fiddler. You can
all
do
right.
it. You can do it.
Now, what is the question? Okay, now this is going to be a very simple one. This is true or false.
all right.
True or false?
All right.
Psychiatrists used to think it was normal for a bride to cry for at least 6 weeks during their first 6 weeks of marriage. They said that was normal.
That's absolutely true.
Is he right or is he wrong? Jamie. Oh, I'm sorry, it's true. They used to actually believe. But because that goes to the win, that means I cannot automatically make it a circle. It goes to WW for the win.
I'm sorry, Jamie. I tried for you because I'm
It's
a
not a
fine.
win. Oh, it is a win.
Oh yeah, it is because he already has the other
Yeah.
two. You can't switch
Yeah.
it automatically. He has to earn it on his own.
Oh,
So-
my goodness.
So
Well,
okay, so we're
WW
gonna-
won too. We need new contestants now, or we have to switch.
No. He hasn't won yet. He hasn't won yet.
Nobody's
He hasn't
won
won
yet.
yet. I have to ask Fiddler another question, and then WW has to guess if he's right or is he wrong.
Oh, okay.
So here we
Okay.
go. Now it's another true or false question.
All right.
True or false question. If a Neanderthal man was discovered today, alive and well and healthy, would he be capable of speech?
Well, yeah. Of course, we've already got one. He's in the White House.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
He said we're,
I like the way you think.
the good one.
Would he be capable of speech? You're asking if he would have vocal cords. I'd say yes.
Yes. Okay. WW. Is he right or is he wrong? True. I'm afraid no. It's false.
Oh.
Neanderthal.
Ah.
A Neanderthal man was only capable of grunting at the time. His larynx was not evolved enough to make elaborate words. So
How do
I'm
they know
afraid.
that?
Still true today.
I don't know how they know that.
I know a
just
lot of
they
men
do.
today that
No.
grunt.
Oh, it goes
I
to
know
a block,
my
and that
husband
means that
does.
Jamie is still in it.
I know
Jamie.
many Neanderthals today that can talk.
Yeah, me
Jamie.
too. And they grunt. And they're living with me. Oh, man.
Jamie, you're still in the game. I assume you want to go to Why Not for the win. Why not, please? Okay, why not?
Why not?
Why not? Hey, why
Oh,
not?
God,
I haven't gotten
help
to you
us.
tonight.
Gotta help you, Jamie.
Come on, why? Come on,
Okay, now why not? This one's very difficult, and if it's difficult, I'll turn it into a multiple choice. But this is
Well.
okay.
Make her do a hard one. Don't make it
Okay. All right. Hard one.
Cloudy.
Okay. Let's pretend that right now you're visiting Tokyo. All right. You're standing in front of a large government building in Tokyo, and in a huge sign you see the word diet. It's actually pronounced diet. What building did you find?
It was a government building.
The government building, yes.
Uh-huh.
But you have to know, like, what building did you just find? It says
Oh,
diet.
the Capitol.
The Capitol. Okay. Is Jamie, is she right or is she wrong?
She sounded confident in her answer, didn't she?
I was pretty smart on them.
Jamie, false. I'm afraid Why Not was right. The
Yeah.
Capitol building in Japan
I
is known
bow to you.
Yes, Why Not was actually right about that. So I'm afraid Circle gets the square. We go back to
It's a close
WW.
game.
WW.
Neck and neck.
Which one do you want? I assume you want Timmery.
Oh, Tim.
Yay,
Timmery.
Timmery.
Okay,
Hey,
Timmery.
Timber.
Make it really
Timmery.
hard for Timmery.
Okay. All right. What? That's exactly what I'll do. I'll give a hard one for Timmery. All right.
Oh, now
Here's your
wait a
question.
minute.
I know.
This is a difficult one. A male singer with a tenor voice is, of course, called a tenor. But what is a female with a tenor voice called?
I know.
A female with a tenor voice is called a tenor. Just as you say bravo when you an opera singer is male and you are praising his performance, you say bravo. But when a female singer finishes, you say brava. So a female tenor is a brava.
Tenor.
Okay, WW.
Tenor. I'm sorry, tenor.
And I
Is
read.
Timmery right or Timmery wrong?
I'm
WW? I didn't hear. Okay, now.
Sorry. A female tenor is a tenor.
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 Is she right or is she wrong?
Tenor.
She's wrong. Well, you're absolutely right. She is wrong. A female tenor is just a tenor.
Right.
all right.
Female tenor is a tenor. It was that was a trick question. I do throw
Oh,
some of them
very
in.
tricky.
That means you've won 2 in a row.
Oh, congrats.
Ooh, way
Wow.
to go.
And by the way, Tendalia was a secret
Way to
square
play it.
this round. Sorry about that.
The only one that didn't get
Do
chosen.
I get the
but-
cash?
No, you don't get the.
What?
You
Who
don't.
won?
No.
Someone
I
won?
get the
That's
cash
awesome.
because
Well,
I was
let's do
so
one more. We're gonna do one more round of Hollywood Square. Now,
One more round?
It's so fun.
one more
I
round
love
of
it.
Hollywood
One
Square.
more round? Or
So it goes back to Jamie. Jamie, who do you want to pick first for the Hollywood Squares?
Jamie.
Thinkerer.
All right.
Ah, getting
All
smart
right.
there, buddy.
Okay, we got a good one for you. You're going on a romantic date. On this date, you decide that you're going to go al fresco. Where did you go
Oh, fresco.
if you went al
So
fresco?
can I be the date?
And remember, this is a family show, Thinker.
yeah.
You don't want me to be the date.
The bedroom.
We're on air, don't forget.
And now what is she wearing?
That's the evening gown. What up?
I know where it is. Yes, it's oh, I gotta remember the name though. Monaco.
Monaco. Al fresco means you go to Monaco. Jamie, is Thinkerer right or wrong? False. Well, you're absolutely right, Jamie. Going al fresco means you went outdoors.
Yay!
Ah,
I thought it was Monaco.
It's
Anyway.
something completely
Texas
different.
Square. WW, it goes to you. Hearing WW. Which one do you want to pick?
Can you hear? Okay.
Fiddler.
Fiddler.
Okay.
Hey.
Fiddler.
Ah.
okay.
All right, come on, Fiddler.
I'll do my
Fiddler.
best for you, WW.
Okay. Now, Fiddler, you're going to like this one because you seem to like the political. All right. All right. According to Dear Abby, is it okay for a reporter to ask Donald Trump if he's wearing a toupee?
Oh.
According to Dear Abby,
Dear Abby.
is she still alive?
Apparently she
Yeah,
is,
she
but
is.
I think I'm suspicious that Dear Abby's actually like a dozen people. They just perish and replace them like James Bond.
Yeah, I haven't read the newspaper since Windows OS 1 came out, and I don't know if she's still alive or not, so that's why I asked. According to Dear Abby, is it okay for a reporter to ask if Trump is wearing a toupee?
Yes.
Well, I think, of course, it's okay for
All
anyone
right.
to ask a candidate if they're wearing a
Okay.
toupee. Depending on whether he's going to answer or not, that's another question.
That's another question. You're
So he's
absolutely
gonna have a
right.
snotty
Okay.
answer.
WW, is Fiddler right or wrong? True. He's right. According to Dear
right.
Abby, it's perfectly okay for a reporter to ask Donald Trump if he's wearing a toupee, especially if he knows him well. Circle.
Ooh.
That's a toupee.
Yeah.
Glad
Goes
I
back
gave
to
you a good-
Jamie. Jamie, which one do you need? This will be the last round, by the way, because we're coming up to 9 o'clock. Violet, please.
Hello?
Violet. Okay,
Oh,
Violet.
come on.
All right, Violet.
Ocean.
Violet.
Can we do another?
Yeah, we can do another.
Okay, we can
Ocean
do it.
needs to do her ad anyway.
Okay. Okay, Violet. Just got to look up the questions I lost. Oh, okay. Here's one. It's about Bill Hader. Do you know who Bill Hader is? He's one of the comedians.
Yes.
Yes, he's one of the
SNL.
comedians on Live. Yes, on Saturday Night Live. Absolutely right. Yes, great. You're going to love this one. Bill Hader, before he was a well-known comedian, he worked in a movie theater as a, what do they call them? The conductors, or what are the people that show you the chair?
Usher?
Usher, right. He worked as
Usher.
an usher. Okay, he worked as an usher in a movie theater, and he was 19 years old, but he was fired from his job because someone was rude to him, and he gave away the ending to what movie?
Oh. Yeah.
Hmm.
6 Sense.
Sixth Sense.
Mm-hmm. That's what
Is
it
she right or is she wrong?
Ooh.
She sounded confident. I would.
False. I'm sorry, Jamie is absolutely right. Bill Hader was fired because he gave away the ending to the Titanic.
Oh, my. That's hilarious. Okay.
And that's how we gained so many.
Apparently, he said the ship
ending
sank,
was
and he said,
Titanic.
"You're fired. You gave away the ending."
Everybody knew the ship sank anyway. What's giving away the ending?
Wait. Were you
Lord,
Guess
we
what?
all knew
The ship
it.
sinks.
Thanks. Duh.
Duh.
Stressing me out.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I should have put a spoiler tag on that question. I'm so sorry. That's why we're not doing any Star Wars questions, at least for a month or two.
Yeah.
Okay, WW, it
Damn.
goes to you.
Tendalia.
Tendalia for
yay.
the block. All right,
For a
Tendalia.
win, you
All
mean.
right.
No,
Is it for
is
the
it for the
win?
win? No. It's
Block
just
of
for
the
block.
win. Block of the win.
It's for the
Either
block, actually.
Okay, yeah.
No. Well, WW is circle, not to X.
Gotcha.
So this will be for the block. So,
Oh,
okay.
block. Yeah.
Oh, this one is really interesting, Tendalia. This one takes place in England. Very, very strange incident happened in England in 1952. You got to guess how it turned out. A double-decker bus was crossing the London Bridge. Because of a malfunction, the bridge started to raise. The bus was about to plummet into the Thames River, and everyone would have been killed. But what split-second decision did the bus driver make that saved everybody's life?
Oh, well, he turned the wheel and everybody died, you know. No.
He saved everybody, but how did he do
He
it?
floored it and did a Smokey and the Bandit jump over the bridge.
Or Tom
Yay!
Cruise, yeah.
Is he right or is he wrong? WW. Right, you're absolutely right. That is exactly what he did. Apparently, he put his foot down and he jumped a 30-ton bus over a 6-foot gap, saving everyone's life.
Evil.
Because apparently, they said if he put the brakes on, he would have skidded into the Thames River and everyone would have died.
Oh,
Wow.
that's
Isn't that
That's like the
amazing?
guy that
Wow.
landed the passenger jet in New York.
I
That
want
was
to see the
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Mythbusters.
Unfortunately, yeah, well, this was
That's a
1952,
close
so
one.
unfortunately, nobody got that on their iPhone. Sorry, folks.
Damn.
No fun. Jamie, it goes back to you.
Okay,
Which
then
square
White
do you
Surprised
want?
they
Queen.
got enough speed up in 1952.
Jamie. White Queen, please. We got White Queen. Oh, it's too bad White Queen didn't get this question. I bet she would have enjoyed that one because it was for England. Okay, White Queen, we have a Hollywood question for you. Very unusual Hollywood question. Okay? Masked burglars broke into the house of a famous action movie star, but he wasn't home. They threatened his wife, and when they saw photos on the wall of the woman he was married to, they all ran away in fear of their lives. Who was it? Was it Dolph Lundgren, Arnold Schwarzenegger, or Sylvester Stallone? Is White Queen there?
I'm here.
Oh, you're here. Okay. They
Oh,
saw
did-
photos of this person on the wall, and all the burglars just fled out of the house and they ran for their lives.
Don't.
She says Dolph Lundgren. Is she right or is she wrong? False. Unfortunately, Jamie, White Queen got it right. It was Dolph Lundgren.
Oh, so close. So
I
close.
know.
Where did that take
That
place?
was a trick question. I thought it was going to be.
Now, I cannot make that automatically go to Circle because it's for the win. WW, it goes back to you. So I'm going to have to ask White Queen another question. White Queen. Okay, White Queen, here's another one. This is a very unusual question. The world's largest off-road vehicle that was ever built was built in the year 1949. You won't believe this. It was 55 feet long, 20 feet wide, 12 feet tall, and had tires that were 8 feet across. It cost $300,000 to build, and it only seated 5 people. It was called the Penguin. For what purpose was it built?
Ooh, I know.
No kibitzing.
Oh, I think I know too.
Submarine. Okay, if that's your answer, WW, is she right or is she wrong? She's right. No, she's wrong. I'm sorry. The world's largest, yes, the world's largest off-road vehicle was built for the purpose of going to the South Pole. Unfortunately, as soon as they unloaded it from the ship, it broke down and it never made it. It was abandoned and now it's buried in the ice out there somewhere. I can't switch that over to anyone, so it goes back to Jamie. Which White Queen, please? Okay, we're going back to White Queen again. All right.
Come on, White Queen.
White Queen, do you know who the artist James Blunt is, the musician?
James Blunt or Blint?
I know what
James
a
Blunt.
is.
You don't know who James Blunt is? Okay. Well, you can
Does
take
he
a guess
smoke
at this one. I'm going to make it the. I think she's right. I'm gonna since
She
you're not
doesn't
familiar
know.
with it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make this one multiple choice, and you can guess at it. James Blunt recorded his first album while he was living with Carrie Fisher. They were renting a house together. In what room did he record his first album in their house? Was it in the kitchen, the living room, or the bathroom? Bathroom, she says.
Yeah.
Is she right or is she wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yep.
True,
Echoing.
Jamie, you're absolutely right. He recorded his first album in the bathroom.
The acoustics
Awesome.
are great.
On the toilet.
You
All
go.
right, X
There
gets
go
the square.
Pearly.
WW, it's back to you.
Wait.
All right, it's on
Early
point.
for the
Somebody's
block.
about to win.
Barely.
No,
Blocking.
he's O's, so he's gonna.
Early for the block. Okay.
Yeah, they use that turlet for reverb. They do.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's right about that. They actually do that. I know that some people, when they recorded, was it sound people, when they used to do the old
Beatles
radio
first, yeah.
shows, right? They use the toilet for reverb if they want to have something echo, like, oh, we're in a cave, and they would just shout into a toilet, we're in a cave.
Right into the toilet.
Yeah, or something like that.
Oh, everybody
Okay.
can listen to that after we're done here.
Go shout in your toilet. Well, honey, what are you doing? I'm shouting in the toilet. I want to sound like I'm in a cave. Okay. All right, Pearly, we got a question for you. It's about Jim Henson. Everyone, you know who Jim Henson is.
Oh, yeah. We all know
Jim Henson. This is a question about Jim Henson, creator of the Muppets, of course. Now, we have the Academy Awards coming up. They just announced the nominations. Most people don't know this. Jim Henson was nominated for an Academy Award early in his filmmaking career, but under what category?
Dun, dun, dun,
Dun.
dun, dun.
What category was he nominated for? Animation. Pearly. Is she right or is she wrong? Oh, I'm sorry, but she's wrong.
Wrong.
Jim Henson did not get an Academy Award for animation. It was Best Short Film. It was in 1965. He got the nomination,
shit.
and it was one of the first movie he ever made. It had absolutely nothing to do with Muppets. Just wanted to do so.
Wasn't he a school teacher before he became an animator as well, or a story?
He was
writer?
studying to be a school teacher. He was taking the thing. He was taking a course for it, but I don't know if he ever taught a class. So since you got that wrong, I'm afraid X gets the square. It's, oh wait, no, sorry, that's for the win, so I can't do that. It doesn't automatically. It has to go back to Jamie.
That's right.
Jamie wants Pearly. Okay, absolutely. All right, Pearly, you're getting another question.
All right, here we go.
All right, now this one's a bit obscure. This is a bit unusual. Very strange question. All right.
Just like me.
Where do you look? Where do you look to find a typographic river?
Where do you look for a pornographic river? What?
For a it's not a pornographic river. Remember, this is a family show. None of that pornographic stuff here. A typographic river. I will type it out for you in chat if you want. Typographic. Where do you look to find a typographic river?
And his spelling. Sorry.
A typograph.
Okay. Jamie, is she right or is she wrong? False. I'm afraid she's right. You find a typographic river in a paragraph of text.
Yay! Probably, but boo!
I'm afraid
Maps. Though.
No, that was X.
I thought it was pornographic.
No, which she gets it wrong. It goes to the other one unless it's for the win.
Oh.
Since,
Right.
since it's not for the win, it goes to zero. It becomes an O. So we go back to www.worldwide.www. www. Which one,
Go.
please? I assume you want why not?
We go on.
Why not?
Never
Okay,
assume
why not?
anything.
Ah,
Never
Never
assume anything.
Because it makes an ass out of you and
You and me.
Yes. Okay, now I got one for you.
Brains.
I got one for you. It's about Al Pacino. I got one about Al Pacino. Okay. Now this is a tough one. You got to keep up on this. All right.
Hmm.
A young man named John Wojciech was inspired to rob a bank after he saw Al Pacino in the movie The Godfather. The failed bank robbery attempt became so famous that Al Pacino wound up playing John Wojciech in a movie about that bank robbery. What was that movie called?
Oh, wow.
A famous bank robbery starring Al Pacino.
Oops, I did it again. That's my real answer.
No, it's not. That's not a movie. I can't qualify that. That's a music.
Oh, I thought it was.
Movie starring Al Pacino.
I thought I saw that movie. Do I get a multiple choice or anything? Because I don't know. I don't watch movies.
Okay, tell you what. I'm going to give you a multiple choice.
Thanks.
It was Godfather 2, Dog Day Afternoon, or The Deer Hunter.
Dog Day Afternoons.
Is she right or is she wrong? True, she's absolutely right. It is Dog Day Afternoon.
Yay!
Circle gets the square.
Yes.
all right.
Yes.
There's
Oh.
the way.
And he gets the round. So just give me a sec to reset everything.
Go.
That was a great game.
Yep.
It's
Yeah,
fun.
that one was played well.
I just need to set up my questions again. Just give me a minute here. I have to reset the board.
Ocean, you get your ass back up there.
Oh, I fell.
Oh, no.
Let me get it situated here. I'll climb back there.
Oh my God.
Should probably
Oh, no.
go to confession really quick.
Yeah. Oh,
she's just lagging.
Lord,
I know.
Worldwide's
Wait,
gotta
wait,
leave. We need a new person
Oh, that's
for
right.
WW.
That's right. We need a new person to replace WW. Do we have any
gotta
volunteers,
have a
please?
contestant here. We have
Thanks,
to have one more
WW.
contestant here. Who wants to play?
Well, I'll tell you
Come
what. Before we
on.
choose that, I have to do a commercial.
Oh, I've got somebody.
Boy, I sure wish we had some Kool-Aid.
Birthday.
Oh, was there enough
It's a
time?
birthday. I sure wish we had some
Oh.
Kool-Aid.
Oh, Lord. God, help
Uh,
us. The
it's
Kool-Aid
the Kool-Aid
Yes,
man.
Kool-Aid. When you're having a children's birthday party, or if you're just celebrating the end of the world and you need the cyanide to go down easy, Kool-Aid. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I love it
silly.
when on Family Guy he comes in too late. Oh shit, wrong time.
So we need two more
Yeah.
contestants. As soon as I delete all these.
I love it. My God.
Yeah, let's have a couple contestants. Let's
Come
play.
on, somebody gotta get up here. We can have. How
Come
about you,
on. Come on.
A1? You want to
WW
do it?
play
Oh, we
again.
got Eric. Look at Eric's here. Eric, you want to
Aw.
play?
Birthday today.
Yay! Come on.
Come on, it's easy to be a contestant.
You just sit there and go, yes.
Sure,
no.
I'll do it.
You'll do it. Oh, and you're in voice too. All right.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yay.
God.
All right.
Yay.
Grab the X. Okay, we need someone to grab the O. How about Nick?
Oh.
Man.
Nick, you don't need to keep taping. You can stop and play now. Come on, buddy. No, it won't. You don't have to have the whole goddamn show from beginning to end. Come on, you can play. And we don't need this whole
We got
entire
Eric
thing.
on board, and we need.
We just
and
need
who do
one
we got?
more. One more.
Come on, one more person's. Come on.
So wait a minute, do I have to hit a buzzer or something, or do you just?
No, you don't have to do anything. You just have to choose. Is the contestant gets the
True.
answer
Right or
You have
wrong?
to choose a block.
right or wrong? Well, actually, I
Yes.
think A1 wants to play here. A1, did you want to play?
Yay.
Looks like A1 wants to play.
Awesome.
Awesome.
All right, A1. All
Yay,
right.
A1.
We got a brand new,
Oh,
round,
Mia, we got some good people.
Hey, Cat, and why this really could catch on.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Back next week.
This is
Okay.
so fun.
Now, Eric,
I mean,
since
this is
you
fun.
took the X, you get to call heads or tails to see who gets to go first.
Hey, Cat,
Always heads.
wait.
Heads?
Queen
Heads,
said
heads.
her chair
Always
poofed. She
All
needs a
right,
new
hold on.
chair.
I'll get her another one. And, I'm afraid it's gone tails this time, so it's going to go to A1. Oh, all right, just a
A1.
sec. I've got another chair. Tindy, can you stand up for a split second?
Stood up.
Stood up?
Tindy.
Okay, so I'll just grab a copy of your chair and I'll just shove that into there. And the problem is solved. There we
Shove
go.
it. I heard that. I heard
Bada
that.
bang.
You heard it because you got a segment 40 type line.
Okay, Risa, who's
She
first? Who do
said
you want to
thank
pick
you
first?
for it.
This is a family show. Risa, who do you want first?
Damn
you get
it.
to go. Thinkerer, going for the center square, a smart
Way to
thing to
go.
do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Smart.
Oh, yeah.
Smart, smart.
Thinkerer. Okay, Thinkerer, I got a question for you. This one's about Pope Francis.
Oh, my Lord.
Pope Francis. This will hopefully be a good one. Right?
I know her
First
test.
down.
Okay. Now, this is about him when he was a young man. He used to work in a nightclub in Buenos Aires as a what? Was he a bartender, a bouncer, or a gay go-go dancer?
Ooh.
Well,
That's
I
scary.
think he was probably a bartender.
A bartender. Okay. Risa, is he right or is he wrong? False.
False.
You're absolutely right. I'm sorry, what was his name again? Francis was a
Francis.
bouncer.
Oh,
Oh,
Very
Francis
nice.
was a bouncer?
Wow.
He was a
Okay.
bouncer. As a matter of fact, and he admitted that in an interview on 60 Minutes of all places.
I
That's
didn't
where I picked
Wow.
that up from.
Strong ass.
You
Okay.
had too much to drink. Now go with God.
Yes. That's good. I love that. Eric, it goes to you. Who do you want?
Let's go with Violet.
Violet. Okay, Violet.
Violet.
Violet, we got one for you.
Hello.
Okay.
There you go,
Violet.
Violet.
Happy birthday,
Tom
Eric.
Cruise.
Thank you.
Okay. It's new. This is another Hollywood one because it is a Hollywood question. Tom Cruise worked on a film that broke a world record for the longest continuous film shoot period of over 400 days. What movie was it?
Was it World of War or
Oh, you mean the Steven Spielberg movie, War of the Worlds?
World of the World, yeah.
War of the Worlds. Okay,
War of
Eric,
the
is she
Worlds.
right? Or
That's what I'm gonna guess. Or
Okay.
say.
Well, I mean, if it's a complete guess, he's done so many movies. I can't. Trying to think of something he might have done that was a ridiculously long film shoot. Not one of the Mission Impossibles. Wouldn't be Jerry Maguire. All right, I'll go with Violet on this one.
Oh, I'm sorry. She was wrong. It was Stanley Kubrick's Eyes Wide Shut.
I knew it. I knew it.
Ah.
Oh.
Why?
Oh, well, God damn it. Why did you say it?
I know.
Okay, A1, it goes to you.
Uh-oh, Tendalia. No. Yeah, Tendalia.
Pick
Gotta get
Tendalia
it.
for the win.
No, for the block.
No, for the win.
No, it's
For the win.
circles, so she's going to go for the win.
Oh. Oh, wait. Oh,
What?
yeah.
Tendalia? Okay, Tendalia, it goes to you.
Oh.
Ah. Now this is a
I got
tough
bad
one. It's a rough
seconds.
one. Okay, it's another Hollywood question. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Bruce Lee lived in the same neighborhood for several years, yet there is no record that they ever met. What is the name of the famous gym they were both members of in Venice Beach, California? Was it Gold's? Oh, wait, it's a multiple choice if it's really obscure. Is it Gold's Gym, Muscle Beach, or the YMCA?
That's easy.
And I know this one, damn it. I used to live in Sylvia.
You always do when you don't have it.
I would say Gold's Gym.
Gold's Gym. Is Tendalia right or wrong? Yes, it was. It was Gold's Gym. So that's
There's the game.
the game, everyone. And we're going to have
Good
to run out of
game.
questions.
Aw.
I just hit the bottom.